Damn it! I'm pregnant now.
What? You got pregnant just after that one night? It is generally accepted that I was very strong.
Stop laughing! How do we solve this?
I'll take responsibility for my child. We can get married.
No way. I'm still young and don't have a stable job, so I don't want to have a child yet. I want to focus on my career. Now all the plans are shattered.
I will provide you with a stable life after we get married. You just need to give birth to a healthy baby. Don't worry about working. After giving birth, I'll find a suitable job for you.
I don't need that. This one is all you.
Why me? It happened because you got drunk and came on to me. Oh, come on. You can't put all the blame on me. We should make that decision together.
That may be true, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm the one who has to carry this child and face the consequences. I wasn't ready for this, and it's affecting my whole life.
I understand that you're worried about your career and your plans, but we can figure this out together. I'm willing to support you and our child.
It's about my aspirations and dreams. I have worked so hard to get where I am, and now everything feels uncertain. I'm contemplating whether I should give up the child or not.
No, let's get married and let's bring up our child until he is 4. Up to then, you can do whatever you want. As long as we get married now and take good care of our child. We can adapt and find a way to make it work. Moreover, having a child doesn't mean you have to give up on your career forever. We can find a balance.
I need some time to think about this. It's a life-altering decision, and I can't rush into it.
Don't overthink. I believe it's a sensible decision at this moment.
What about your parents? Do they agree with this sudden marriage? How will they react when they know I'm pregnant? They haven't even met me, so how can they agree to our marriage?
Don't worry. I will talk to my parents about getting married. I'm sure they will agree. After all, it's their grandchild.
That's fine. I will discuss it with my parents.
Hi, I'm Ben's mother.
Yes.
Aren't you curious about the reason I messaged you?
Yes. I already know the reason. I assume it's about the pregnancy, right?
Exactly. I was shocked to the point of fainting when I heard Ben was getting married because his girlfriend is pregnant. I didn't even know Ben had a girlfriend before. It seems like you intentionally pursued my son to enter into a wealthy family, doesn't it?
It's not like what you think. Our situation is complicated and it's difficult to explain. But I swear that I didn't intentionally pursue your son. I didn't even know who he was or what his background was.
What? What are you saying? Are you saying that you and my son didn't know each other? Oh my God, you slept together without even knowing each other? That's just disgraceful.
I genuinely didn't intend for this to happen. It was an unexpected accident. I wanted to give up the baby, but Ben insisted that I keep it.
Huh? You're truly cunning. You manipulated my son and made him take responsibility for a child that isn't his. How did you manage to persuade my son so firmly?
You've misunderstood. I truly didn't do anything. It was Ben's own desire.
Don't you have any shame? You should reject his proposal and stay away from my son. Didn't your parents teach you how to behave? As far as I know, you come from a rural background, lacking proper education. Do you think you deserve my son? What was your intention in approaching my son? If you need money, I can pay you a substantial amount.
I also didn't want to have this child. If I have a child now, it will hinder my career development. You shouldn't judge me like this. My family may not be wealthy, but we have self-respect. I will follow the arrangements made by the child's father.
Shut up! That's not Ben's child, is it? Ben doesn't need to marry you because it's not his child.
I'm certain it's his child.
You're lying. I can't have a humble daughter-in-law like you carrying an illegitimate grandchild in your womb.
What are you saying? You're slandering your own grandchild. I can't believe you could be so cruel.
Huh. I'm not afraid of anyone. I won't allow Ben to marry you. Ben should marry a woman deserving of his status. In short, I don't agree with your engagement. I couldn't persuade my son, so that's why I messaged you. I hope you understand and stay away from my son.
You're truly outrageous.
If you insist that it's Ben's child, then prove it. If you want to marry Ben, come with me for a DNA test.
No, I can't agree to a DNA test because the pregnancy is still in its early stages. You shouldn't do this to my child.
Wait until the pregnancy reaches 6 months, and I will have a DNA test conducted. If it's not Ben's child, the wedding won't proceed.
Please don't do that. If you want a DNA test, wait until the child is 4 years old.
No way! I can't let Ben raise someone else's child. What ulterior motive do you have in giving birth to this baby? I won't allow the wedding ceremony to take place until we have the test results. So don't tempt my son into engaging in meaningless acts.
You should ask your son. May texted me yesterday.
Oh, I guess she talked about our marriage, right?
Yes, why didn't you tell me that your parents are forbidding our marriage?
I didn't want to put you in a difficult situation. I want to take responsibility for what I've caused.
If we do that, your mom won't be happy. She doesn't accept this marriage. I don't want any conflict between you and my mom. No parents want their children to marry a humble girl like me. They have their own reasons for opposing our marriage. They genuinely want what's best for your future.
I understand how you feel right now, but trust me. I'll take care of our child and you. I'll talk to my parents again, and then I'll come to meet your parents to decide on our wedding. Anyway, we're getting divorced after 4 years, so don't worry too much about May's feelings.
I don't know what to do anymore.
I'll handle everything, so just follow what I say. I'll arrange for us to have our own home, and you can focus on your pregnancy. You just need to remember our agreement in 4 years. We will get divorced, and I will take care of our child.
Okay, if there are any difficulties, just let me know.
Don't worry.
You must be thrilled that you can marry my son, aren't you? He's so foolish to believe you, but you can't fool me. I've completely cut ties with Ben and consider him as if he doesn't exist. I won't accept a daughter-in-law like you.
You may hate me and curse at me, but please don't cut ties with Ben. He only wants me to give birth to our child. For what it's worth, that child will still be your grandchild, and you should accept this grandchild.
Never, he will never be my grandchild. Do you know how people talked and gossiped about you and the pregnancy at the wedding? I wished I could die. It said that my family is so ill-starred because you are my daughter-in-law.
I understand that you're upset and the situation has caused you pain, but I'm sure that the baby in the womb is his child.
How can you even say that? You've brought shame and disgrace upon our family. I can't bear to face society's whispers and stares. I've lost all respect because of you.
I never wanted to bring shame to anyone. May. I hope one day we can find a way to reconcile and rebuild our relationship.
Don't expect things to go back to how they were before. The damage has happened, and it will take a lot to mend it. From now on, I will not care about how Ben and you live. Don't expect me to help with anything.
I know that no matter what I do, you won't accept this marriage. But Ben and I will try our best to take care of our own lives.
Anna, I truly regret not allowing Ben and you to get married back then.
What's going on? Why did you text me all of a sudden?
When you were pregnant with the child 4 years ago, you stubbornly refused to do a DNA test, which made me doubt the consanguinity between Ben and John. Now I'm even more certain that John is not Ben's son.
What are you saying? For the past 4 years, I thought you had accepted your grandson. But you're disrupting our lives once again.
I can't accept the fact that Ben is bringing up a child who isn't his son. In the old days, I stayed silent for a long time, waiting for the child to grow up and confirm who his real father is. Do you see any resemblance in the child's face with his father?
How can you judge based on just looking at his face?
I haven't met the child since he was born, but I have received photos from Ben. He doesn't look anything like Ben. You concealed the fact that he is not Ben's child, which is the reason you refused the DNA test. If I had been determined to forbid it, it would have happened.
It's not like that at all. I just didn't want to hurt the child. How will he feel when his grandma doesn't accept him?
I don't care. I just want to clarify whether John is Ben's son.
I hope you stop trying to find out anymore. John is truly Ben's son. You have been disrespecting us. Why is it so important to you now? After all these years, you suddenly doubt John's paternity?
It's not sudden. I've had doubts since the beginning, but I trusted you and stayed silent. Now I need to know the truth.
I've told you repeatedly that John is Ben's son.
But the doubts persist. I can't ignore them anymore. I want to do a DNA test to put this matter to rest.
I don't allow you to do that.
I will ask Ben to divorce you. Anna, I know I was wrong for not caring about you and John. I sincerely apologize for the hurtful things I said to you. I realize now that he is my nephew, Ben's son.
What do you intend to do with my son? I won't allow you to interfere with him. John doesn't deserve a cruel grandmother like you. Now that you realize it, it's too late.
No, Anna, he is my beloved nephew. Of course I have to cherish him.
How can you say that without feeling any shame? Have you ever thought about my feelings before? You detested your own grandchild, never even looked at him since he was born. And now you show that face. Do you think you deserve it?
I understand, but I have to bring my nephew home and take care of him. I'm apologizing to you, but you are going too far. After all, he is our blood, so tomorrow I will bring him home. As for you, divorce Ben, we only accept the grandchild, not a daughter-in-law like you. If John stays with you, he won't have a fulfilling life.
Don't you think about how John would live without his mother? You only think about your own interests without considering other people's feelings, huh? You never accepted John before, did you?
Yes, that's right. Before I doubted that John was not Ben's child. If you agree to a DNA test, then I will take care of the child from an early age.
You only care about the child's bloodline. I don't want John to be with a cruel grandmother like you. You are not only indifferent to us, but also tearing us apart. I don't want you to do the DNA test because once you know he is your grandchild, you will take away my child and never allow me to see my son again.
If I don't do the DNA test, I will never know if he is my grandchild.
How could you possibly do the DNA test?
The doctor analyzed the brushes of both Ben and John, and the results showed a blood relationship between them. I went to your house a few days ago when you weren't there. Then I took their toothbrushes. Didn't Ben tell you anything about it?
Ben didn't tell me anything. And I also don't allow John to stay with you.
Didn't Ben and you agree that you would divorce when John turns 4? I think this is the right time for you to leave. I will take care of the child in your place.
Why do you know that?
Ben told me everything. I will fight for custody in court. If you have any questions, let's meet in court.
No, you can't say that. I am the mother of the child and no one can take him away without my permission.
Give up on that idea. You can't win against me in court, and don't try anything.
You're a jerk. Why did you say that to May?
I don't understand what you meant. Did May say something to you? I didn't say anything to her either.
Don't deny it. Why did you tell May about getting divorced when John is 4?
Yes, I did tell her.
Why? We considered it a secret, didn't we? That information has a big impact on me and Ben. My mother is trying to gain custody of John from me.
Sooner or later, we're going to get divorced anyway. John is almost 4 years old, so I think we should start preparing for the divorce proceedings. We agreed that John would live with me after we got divorced.
But is it necessary to get divorced so quickly? And I didn't want that information to be revealed. You didn't keep your promise to me.
Anna, I understand that you're upset, but we need to face the reality of our situation. Our relationship has been crumbling for a while now, and it's not fair to keep dragging it out. John is growing, and we have to think about his well-being too.
I know things haven't been going well between us, but I hoped we could work things out for John's sake. I didn't want him to grow up in a broken family.
I wanted the same thing, but we've tried our best and it hasn't worked. Staying together for the sake of appearances or for John's sake wouldn't be fair to any of us. It's better to have two separate but happy homes for John, where he can receive love and attention from both of us.
I understand what you're saying, but I just wish we could have handled this differently. And now, with my mother trying to take custody, it feels like everything is falling apart.
I didn't anticipate your mother's involvement, and I'm sorry for the additional stress it's causing. But let's focus on finding a resolution that is in John's best interest.
All right, we should discuss this issue directly with each other. And I don't want your mother to be involved in our decision. You should talk to her about your own plans.
I will talk to her later.
Ben and I decided to have a heartfelt conversation about our future and the well-being of our son. We sought professional guidance from a family counselor who helped us navigate the complexities of their divorce and custody arrangements. Throughout the process, our communication was open and honest, prioritizing John's happiness above all else. We both recognized that our relationship had reached a point where it was best for everyone involved to move forward separately. With the help of our lawyers, we reached a fair custody agreement that ensured John would have ample time and love from both of us. We made a commitment to co-parenting, attending school events, and sharing major decisions regarding John's upbringing.